Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author me and Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by me and Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by me and Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by me and Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And check out the Mike Wagner Show on Amazon, and coming soon to the MikeWagnerShow.com for t-shirts, hoodies, pop sockets. Also some throw pillows, tote bags for the ladies, and coming soon, phone cases, and more. And for more great gift ideas, go to amazon.com/me and Mohsen Zia. You can order great goodies and also order his great books today. Go to amazon.com, and also support us, the Mike Wagner Show, at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also check us out on Anchor FM/support and PayPal to do it today. We're here with a terrific gentleman who's the bass player for Nova Rex, and they're celebrating their 36th anniversary as a band. We just got word on that. And he's also a producer for Quantum Records, and the band was named out of the top 50. One of them, the greatest hair bands by VH1. I mean, VH1, that was just a throwback, but top 50 bands, that was just amazing. And of course, he's got a book called Rockin Recipes for Autism, and includes 57 recipes and a lot more by Ozzy Osbourne, Whitesnake, Quiet Riot, Stone Sour, and more. And all the proceeds will go towards a very special cause. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in his kitchen, by the way, which he covered up, and I'm sure there's some cooking in there. Hey, you're going to burn that, will you? Ladies and gentlemen, live from his kitchen, the bass player for Nova Rex and the author of Rockin Recipes for Autism, the amazing Kenny Wilkerson. Kenny, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
You know, Mike, that was a great intro, man. I don't even know what to say. I am very, very impressed by all that, by the way. I mean, you need to have your own show.
Well, this is my show. It's called the Mike Wagner Show. You see that?
You know, the thing is, now I don't have throw pillows. I'm a little jealous about the throw pillows. Now we have booty shorts. You got to get you some booty shorts, man.
Booty
Mike
shorts?
Wagner booty shorts, yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna have to run that by my board of directors. I mean, I've had, requests for socks, requests for underwear, bras for the ladies, and tank tops have been coming out, and coffee mugs, and oh gosh, it's like dog collars, and cat pillows, and it's coming out of the earth. So we'll talk more about that later. But I'm hungry about your Rockin Recipes for Autism. It's all the proceeds go towards a very special cause. I have you talk about that, and yeah, and of course your guys you mentioned there too, like with Ozzy Osbourne, Whitesnake, Quiet Riot, Stone Sour. They're not just musicians; they're also terrific chefs. And you being a chef yourself. And before we get into all that, by the way, Kenny, tell us how you first got started
on the cookbook.
Well, first off, as your career in music, then we'll get to.
Oh my God, because that goes way back. I mean, I'm an old dude, so no, I would say basically pretty much why everybody gets in the music business. I remember putting my first band together at 13, 14 years old. Couldn't even drive yet. I had to get my mom to stop, drop me off. Right. We had about 10 songs. I played a house party. It was all guys, right? 3 girls, and all 3 girls tried to pick me up. But after that, I've been in rock and roll ever since.
Wow.
So that's probably the thing with rock and roll. And just, I actually graduated in 1985. And when I graduated, I came straight, it wasn't a week after graduation. I'm originally from Indiana. And I moved to Florida, came down here, and I was doing a photo session with a local photographer looking for something to do. And that's how the whole Nova X thing came around. So JP at the time, JP Cervoni, he put a band together to come down from Canada to play Spring Break. And JP's claim to fame back then was he just got out of a band with Buddy Miles, the drummer from Hendrix. So he had a little bit of that kind of, was on Atlantic, did that. And so me being an 18-year-old kid, but anyways, I jumped in that band, and here we are 36 years later, by the way.
How do you like that? A big congratulations. And
Wow.
Certainly one of the top 50 bands in VH1. And how do you like that? I don't know if I could crack into VH1.
No, that was nice. A flashback, right? And that happened not that long ago, by the way. But what happened with the band basically is, we had the same story as everybody else. We just kind of went through the hair metal stuff, living in Los Angeles. And then grunge came in and kind of took us out for a while. I ended up taking the band to the Midwest, well, back to Indiana, where I'm from, and we were based there, and it bought us a few more years. But in 2010, I did a documentary called Nova X Ain't Easy Being Cheesy. Just about, the title alone tells you, just about the whole thing that, the grunge and the hair metal and wearing women's clothing and all that. And then it ended up getting picked up by the documentary channel, and then soon after that, Netflix. So that kind of kicked the band all back into high gear again, which we're working on another documentary right now. Just started last week because I have the kind of like follow up to it now, a dozen years later. But so then that started off, and then from there, a couple little cool things happened. I was in my hometown. There's a hometown museum in my county. I've never even been there. It's been over 100 years. And my mom called me up and said, "Hey, I got a Foot Locker full of all these old rock and roll clothes from the 80s. You want to do anything with them?" And I was like, "Well, give them to the museum."
Wow.
So I gave them to my local museum. They threw me a freaking parade. It was awesome. I went up there and did that. Cool local museum, 2-stop town. But then from there, I thought, well, I sent the Hard Rock corporate was in Orlando at the time. So I sent them over a jacket I had. And actually, that's hanging up in the Daytona Hard Rock now. They put it up about 4 years ago when they opened. And then the coolest thing after that was, while I was on a roll and out of a dare, somebody said, well, once you get, Hard Rock, there's so many locations. I mean, let's be real. Local museum, that's a hometown deal. They said, go after the Smithsonian. So I had a pair of these crazy chaps that were like bedazzled and everything from the 80s. I sent a picture of it to the Smithsonian National Museum of American History in DC, to the curator. Got back with me a week later and said, I'll take everything you got. So They have a whole display of representing 80s fashion with the whole outfit from basically me and the band, and I actually have a bass guitar in it as well.
Oh, so my goodness.
So that was that, all that kind of started happening. And then, and here we are now, 2021, right back on the road, still doing it.
And of course, you guys up there with rivals as well, too, friendly rivals like with Whitesnake, and then of course Ozzy and as well too, and of course you also had Quiet Riot, and of course Rat was a big one too, Motley Crue, and just like it's in a sense you were kind of like rivals, but then it's like friendly rivals, and come around 40 years later, it's still quite relevant.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that we were rivals at that point to put us on the same level. We were kind of like. I made a great joke in the documentary. I said the difference between us and a band like Def Leppard is that after a show they have 200 girls. We only had 20. But again, there's only 4 guys in the band. Anyways, the late Frankie Benelli put a recipe. He's got pumpkin ravioli, God bless him. But got guys like that. And what's really cool about it is I went through a company here in Orlando called Story Farm. They do cookbooks, actually. It was my first cookbook. I didn't know exactly what I was doing and how much work it was going to be. But they'll do cute little stories. Like they'll have a story here I keep talking about with the drummer Roy from Stone Sour. They'll say like, when Roy was a kid, he used to play on pots and pans. Now he cooks for his bandmates when he gets home, that kind of stuff. And then
my goodness.
And so it's a lot little cute stories and lots of just one of a kind recipes. Joey Allen's got his Mama's Sunday sauce, marinade sauce that goes all the way back to when his family was in Italy. So It's just like nice little stories. And the thing that's really wild about it as well is, believe it or not, a lot of these musicians can cook. I didn't know that was the thing, that all musicians can cook. But I usually say everybody has one meal they can go to get laid.
I remember those days where it's like if your girlfriend invites you over the dinner for her house and she cooks, you know you have a good night. That's what I was going
That's
by.
what I'm saying. As long as you got one meal to cook, and I can cook a couple, but yeah, everybody's kind of got that one go-to meal. And you know, with last year being as crazy as it was with the COVID, you know, a lot of people were cooking at home, you know, going through their. See, the thing about the cookbook that I personally liked about it is it's a three-parter. One is if you happen to want to see what Ricky Rocket from Poison cooks, then you buy the cookbook. You happen to be a music fan. If you happen to, they say 1 in 54 people in America have some form of autism. So if you have any, you know, if you want to support autism, then you buy the book. And the other thing is, the thing that I liked about the cookbook is they don't really expire. You know, during the COVID thing, especially last year when we're all stuck at home at first, my fiance, she was raised in a diner in Valdosta. I mean, raised in a diner. So now I know how to eat catfish and cheese grits and stuff like that.
Yum.
Sweet, collard greens, sweet tea, stuff that I didn't really know from Indiana. But cookbooks don't really ever go out of style. She still pulls out her Martha Stewart or Paula Deen, whatever book she has, if she's looking for a recipe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing that I like about a book. You know, that like I said, I've never done one, but when you do like music CDs or albums, you know, you put that album out 6 months later, that album's no good. They're ready for the next album.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really carry over like that. But that's why I was excited about the book. So, and go ahead.
And what exactly inspired you to come up with a cookbook?
Well, what it is, a couple of things. First of all, I have a son that has Asperger's, which is a form of autism. He's high functioning, but went through a lot of the same things a lot of autistic kids do with the sensory things, with the ears and the walking on their tippy toes and not being able to express their emotions. And that was just in second grade. Mm-hmm. But so with that being said, I had a radio show a couple of years back on a different station, and I was doing a Sunday night show interviewing guys that I was on the road with and met and things like that. And I try to get to New Orleans every couple of years. I just like the food. So when I came back, I was explaining to the guy, like, how do you go to just Olive Garden or Red Lobster after going to New Orleans? It doesn't really work that way, right? So he's like, oh man, I'm from New Orleans. My parents are from New Orleans, my grandparents. I had this jambalaya recipe, blah, blah, blah. So he gave me this recipe. I started collecting them. And then after I had a handful of them, I actually met this charity called We Rock for Autism. It's a 501c out of South Florida that does music therapy for kids on the spectrum.
Oh, wow.
I know, well, music. So, and I'm all about music programs anyways, you know, how they take them out of schools. I know how important music is with autism or not. So when I met them, I knew they were legit. Then I kind of buckled down. I had the charity, I had the mission. I already had, you know, a couple dozen recipes. So then I just buckled down, asked the rock and roll community. I didn't call any managers, lawyers, record labels. I just called friends and buddies. And that's where you go. So it ended up coming out to be 127 pages, full glossy. It's almost a 2-pound hardback book. Originally, I called it Volume 1 just to kind of pump me up. But what really happened was I thought I was going to need 100 plus recipes. I thought there would be one recipe on per page, but it didn't work out like that because every recipe is a 2-pager. You know, it's basically a photo on one side with the bio and then the recipe. So I've already had about 30 or 40 recipes that didn't even make this book. And I've probably collected that much since the book's been out.
Wow.
So, yeah, but the way everything worked out, I didn't even I got this book last year. I did not have it. The book was not in my hand last April, which is obviously April's Autism Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of tying that all in. But, and the other thing is too, especially over the last years, you know, you might not be seeing these guys play now, but you can see what they cook in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. And of course, yeah, I also picked a few as well too, like with Scott Bartlett from Saving Abel. Stop, Guac, and Roll. I love that recipe. Tell us more about that one. I love it.
Well, you know, Scott's a good friend. We do a lot of shows with those guys, and actually, Scott, he has a whole thing that you know, he has a T-shirt that says "Stop, Guac, and Roll" as well. So he's got a whole thing, a cutting board. You can get a copy of the book and everything. But yeah, no, it's amazing that, like I said, a lot of these guys, I was very honored that they all contributed their time, and it became simpler than I thought it was going to be. The main problem that I had, honestly, with the book, now that I look back, was the time that it took to proof it. That's a lot. That's a lot of prep. That's a lot of type, and how expensive paper is.
Oh yeah, and it's getting up there more too with the shortage of lumber, and just see all the prices you see at Home Depot. As well as like 30 bucks like for a sheet of plywood, and went up to like 90. I imagine paper too. Oh my gosh,
it's out of control, and the books are heavy. You know, I mailed off a box. I got a box that come in boxes of 30 they sent me, and it's 40 pounds.
Wow.
40 plus pounds. So just a lot of expense on paper. And then, but my main problem was photos. I had everybody send me photos with the recipe, but just because you pull it off of Facebook or Google, it's not good enough to go to print. It's gonna have enough pixels, and that was an issue. So when we actually got to the point that it all got proofed, the recipes were together, I had to go, print. It took me another 6 weeks just to round up all the photos again.
Wow.
Yeah, and some people would send me the same photo 8 times, to the point I'm like, it's not going to work. You can't, that photo's, it's not got enough pixels on it. So I just couldn't get them to print it. But I did a little thing though. I cheated a little bit because what I did on this one is I went with like a matte finish. So here's Doug Aldridge, by the way, from Whitesnake.
Oh, okay. And who is that again?
That's Doug Aldridge from Whitesnake.
Okay.
Guitar player from Whitesnake. But I'm just saying we did a matte finish on it, which makes it look a lot nicer. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what's the recipe he's got on there?
I have 2 guacamole recipes, Scott Bartlett and Doug Aldridge.
Oh, wow.
He did guac too.
You know what? They should have a guac contest or something. So
yes, they should actually.
Oh yeah, and of course they'll maybe have like a rock star hairband cook-off or something. You see all these TV shows out there like Celebrity Cook-Off or Bad Mom Cook-Off, Bad Dad Cook-Off, or it's like or a 5-year-old cook-off, dog cook-off, cat cook-off, even.
Well, the problem is like my band, just with trying to round up musicians like herding cats.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the easiest thing to do. You got to catch them at all different times, and it's hard to get them all in one spot. But yeah, I love the idea of it for sure.
Oh yeah, and of course, getting back to some of the recipes as well.
Yeah.
Stacy Blaze from LA Guns and Electric Radio Kings, who I had on the show a while back. He
Yeah,
was
great
a really amazing guy, and he had the turkey lime cilantro tacos, and I'm so hungry for them right now.
Yeah, go make those. I haven't had those yet. I should have it. People ask me all the time. Honestly, I'm probably a third of the way through the book.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had Ron Kill's chili. He's won fair contests with this chili. I did a thing with Ricky Rocket's black bean sliders, vegetarian black bean sliders.
I've seen those. My gosh,
yeah,
black bean sliders. Wow.
little spicy, I'll tell you that, which I like. I've had Scott. You talking about Scott Bartlett's guacamole? I've had that, really good. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. I didn't think that the musicians would give me that. I did get one from the bass player from oh my God, Helix up in Canada, and he gave me one of those recipes like I thought I was going to get, which was like ramen noodles with tuna fish and a can of peas. The kind of stuff we ate when we were kids and broke. You know what I mean?
I remember those days.
So he gave me one of those, which I love that he did that, by the way. I think that was awesome. But it goes from that to, like you say, Frankie Bentley's got some kind of pumpkin ravioli, that takes a little time to prepare, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's kind of all over the place. I didn't lay it out to where it was like appetizers, desserts and stuff. I mean, look, if somebody, wants to give me a recipe, I'm not gonna, if that's what they want. I will tell you, I actually was going to do chili myself when I changed it to meatloaf, just because of Ron. But
I was just going to say, easy beezy or something, cheesy bacon meatloaf. It's like, I looked at I told my wife, it says, we got to make this for tonight. So.
It's really good. It's like they said, it's like meatloaf on steroids. It's really yummy. I've had a lot of people give me good stuff about it. Here's Don Dawkin, for instance, he's got like what's he call it? The Rockin Ragu sauce.
Oh, I saw that one. Wow. Yeah. My boys love making spaghetti sauce. My boys are going to love that one.
But there's chicken, there's brisket, there's barbecue, you know what I mean? So there's chicken soup. It just goes on forever. And like I said, if you go to Rockin without a G, rockinrecipesforautism.com, there's 3 or 4 or 5 flip pages there that'll give you some idea how it's laid out, a couple of examples of recipes, what the charity is all about, and a dedication to my son, why he did the book.
Mm-hmm. And also too, a couple of things I want to highlight as well too. And I think this one hit out of the park. The Pretty Boy Grilled Filet Mignon, that was by Chris Major's Pretty Boy Floyd. That one's out of the park. Wow.
Well, you can't really go wrong with a steak, right?
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. You know what I mean? Just salt, pepper, cook, whatever. But yeah, no, again, just totally honored that these guys would even donate their time. And, like I said, hopefully with 2021, with things working out now, we can get back out on the road and I can promote the cookbook as well.
Okay.
I've kind of had my hands tied all of last year because of the COVID. You got to remember, even a lot of media outlets were even closed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So there was not a lot going on. No tours, no festivals,
Mm-hmm. And of course, we'll talk a bit more about the cookbook. What did Ozzy create? What did Whitesnake create? And what did Quiet Riot create or Stone Sour? We'll find out just 1 minute. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international war ring author Mian Molson Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mian Molson Zia, available on Amazon. Missing by Mian Molson Zia is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Molson Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forge Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Molson Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And check out the Mike Wagner Store, including t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, and throw pillows and more. Go to Amazon.com/the Mike Wagner Show. And for more great gift ideas, including Me Emotions, Zia's Missing, and more, go to Amazon.com/Me Emotions Zia. Support the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, also on Anchor FM, as well as PayPal, and make sure you do it today. We're here with the bassist for Nova Rex, celebrating their 36th anniversary. Also, we have also the author of Rockin Recipes for Autism, Kenny Wilkerson, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And we covered a fair amount of recipes, and I'm hungry already. It's like,
I am too. Honestly, I'm getting pretty hungry too. I'm an hour ahead of you, so I'm already like, what am I gonna do? I may make those tacos tonight.
Oh, that'd be fun. And hey, what's going on back at the kitchen? And hey, did you get the dinner cooked yet?
Yeah, right.
Knock. Hey, hey, is dinner served? Yeah, I think we'll get an answer on that one. So,
well, Mike, the thing I'm jealous about those throw pillows, though, man. I have to get a Nova X throw pillow now. Just because Mike
well, something we can do an exchange on that one too. And in fact, I've got a couple of good recipes. My wife does those Worcestershire burgers and does a great job on them. And she does chili. And our big thing is pizza as well too. And we'll talk more about that. And of course, you also had Ozzy Osbourne, being a chef himself. And you think it's always these burritos here in the what was it, the Osbourne's program. Sharon, where's my burrito? Does Ozzy know how to cook a burrito, or what does he cook?
No, I don't. Listen, I know you said Ozzy, but it is. I actually have the bass player from Ozzy in the book. So
okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know if Ozzy can cook anything other than you know what I'm saying. Nothing that's legal, anyways. But no, I actually, Phil Sasson was the first guy that I got in the book. Phil played with Ozzy during the Jiggy Lee years. He actually wrote the song "Shout at the Devil."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he is a professional chef. He plays in a band called Last in Line right now. You might have seen him with Billy Idol as well. He's played with a lot of different guys, but yeah, he was the very first guy I got in the recipe and the very first guy in the book. So.
Oh, amazing! And what's that dish again?
He's got marinated, pan-seared. I can't even say it all. What's that say?
Okay, Mediterranean pan-seared branzino with anise, zucchini, and mini grains. Oh, that's a good suggestion for my wife. And I'll get it to her when we're done. I'll say, try to make that dish, and I'll love you forever. So we'll do that. So
you can go from what Phil makes to, like I said, the guy that did the one with ramen noodles and macaroni and whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's kind of all over the place.
And of course, I also saw too that someone put in there about how to make a Snickers bar or a Snickers ice cream, and another is macaroni and cheese with pepper and all kinds of spices in there too. And
Yeah,
looked, I'm
yeah,
like, oh my god, my boys love macaroni and cheese, and I think, oh, my son just does the pepper like crazy. I'm like, thank you. That was
yeah. No,
good.
I got John from the Babies that did the mac and cheese one. I we when I first thought about it, we was going to make a couple of jokes like hot dog soup. We
Mhm.
just have hot dogs. You take the hot dogs out. It's hot dog soup. Just like being silly. But after we put it together, we were like, look, these are real recipes. This is real stuff. So it's like I said, totally legit, totally really good stuff, and a lot of it are just family recipes. Now, Mike, you must have one thing you cook, right? What's the one thing you go to? You have kids?
Yes, we do. I got four of them. Two are grown, and I got two that are teenagers. And the big thing we love to do, we love to make our own tacos. We love
Right.
to stir fry. And the number one thing, although we're outside Bismarck, we came from Chicago area, is pizza. That is the number
That's your
one.
thing, huh?
Yes.
Now you don't fold your pizza, right?
No, no, no. What we do.
That's New York, isn't it? Who I know I always get Chicago and New York pizza
Oh,
confused.
okay. New York is the one where you roll it up like that big New York sliced pizza. It's like,
And you're rolling, right?
it's like the size of Long Island practically. It's huge,
Right,
bigger than the Empire State Building. And the Chicago is the deep dish where
right. Thicker.
you put all the cheese, you put all the
Uh,
meat in it, the sauces, the
yeah,
actual tomatoes, and everything in between. You got this monster pie, which is like bigger than your mouth. You have like
right.
stick it in.
Yeah, it's definitely getting to be dinner time. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I was trying to go through recipes, and I was trying to find something about pizza, and who was able to pull that off.
I'm thinking off the top of my head. I don't think I have a pizza one.
Oh,
I got
really?
no, I got some marinaras and some things like that, but I don't actually like as far as the pizza goes. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you know something? If I can come up with some recipes, I can send you some and see what you think, and maybe do like a volume two, perhaps, or something.
Well, I'm planning on doing a volume two, but yeah, no, I got a lot of chicken stuff. I got Swedish pancakes. I got some
Oh,
different kinds of dips and salsas. I got some salads, some enchiladas. I mean, I'm just going through it now. Lots of fish stuff, shrimp stuff, chili stuff. It's all over the place.
wow. That is something. And of all the recipes, besides your beloved easy beasy cheesy bacon meatloaf, what
Right.
is your favorite recipe among the book, and why?
Honestly, for me, I would probably say I really do like Ron Chill's chili. Ooh, that's hard to say. Ron Kills chili. It's
Ramen kills chili.
Ron Kills chili. Yeah. Here's a good one that's sort of like I was thinking like pizza. Here's a shepherd pie though.
Oh, shepherd's pie. That's big
Yeah.
in what, Ireland or something, or UK?
England, UK, and that's Les Warner from the Cult, the drummer from the Cult.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm figuring he probably can make a pretty good shepherd's pie.
Hmm.
You know
That's
what I mean?
interesting. I've never had that before, and that's something I can try. And just all kinds of good recipes. And before we talk about what you got planned for 2021 and beyond, where can we find Rockin Recipes for Autism, Kenny?
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's you just go to Rockin, it's Rockin without a G, Rockin Recipes for Autism.com. If you go there, like I said, it shows you some flip pages, why I did it, about the charity, shows you some people that are in the book, and then I think it just has an order now button there. And the book is really inexpensive. Mike, honestly, I probably priced it too low, my first book. But again, it's almost 2 pounds, 127 full glossy pages, $29.99.
Amazing deal. And that's enough for dinner for two or three or four. You think
Yeah,
about it. Yes.
and it's never been done before.
Mm.
You're not going to find another rock star written cookbook anywhere.
And that is amazing as well, too. We'll talk about what's coming up in 2021 as well. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international war-wing author Mia Molson Z of Missing, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. We'll be back with author Kenny Wilkerson of Rockin Recipes for Autism after this time out. We're back with Kenny Wilkerson, the bassist of Nova Rex, about to celebrate their 36th anniversary, and the author of Rockin Recipes for Autism here on the Mike Wagner Show. And Kenny, you've got some great recipes on there, and I'm like just beyond starving, and it's just like I'm ready to just run to the kitchen. Except I got to ask you a couple of things. What can we expect from you guys in 2021 and beyond, Kenny?
Well, as far as the band goes, we're just now freeing up. We just picked up a new sponsor, Fran Hosh Law Group, right there. So they're helping us put us back on tour. We also just did a national hamburger commercial for a company. You have to check it out on YouTube. It's hilarious. It's called Mooyah Burgers. And now I've never heard of them. There's 3 or 4 locations here in Central Florida, but they have 100 locations around the world. I mean, they have them in Dubai, Canada, and everywhere else. But the commercial is hilarious.
And it's called Mooyah?
Mooyah.
Wow, Mooyah. I'm about to go check it out. So.
Yeah. And you can always go to their website. You can see the locations. But that was really fun. We dropped a new music video. We call it a mini single. I tell you, it's a funny story. Being in radio, a lot of times people only listen so long. And I started playing some of these artists that would give me these albums, these new cuts, and they'd have like 40, 50-second intros. Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to lose everybody by then. Yeah, those days are over. There's no 8-minute songs. You know what I mean? So what I did is the total opposite. We just cut a 30-second song and a great video, and you'll have to go to YouTube. It's called Raise Your Glass. Hilarious, fun, total rock and roll. We're blowing stuff up. It's awesome. And the funny thing about that is, because the attention span of people nowadays, right? So out of that 30 seconds, the average view is 27 seconds.
Wow. So it's a 30-second song called Raise Your Glass?
Yeah, I actually looked up the Guinness World Record to see if it was even close to making the shortest song ever. But it's not. The shortest song ever from Guinness Book of World Records was 1.5 seconds.
And what song is that?
I think it just goes, It just makes there's nothing there. It's 1.5 seconds. I mean, at least we got a chorus, a solo, a verse. I mean, I put stuff together,
I think I know where that came from, where it's like, those, what was like those emergency tones, like that.
It was something like that. It was, and I think how it ended up making it, because I did look into it. It was just a bonus track on the album. You probably heard the song, and then the track 8 probably just went, and then it was on another song or something. I don't know how they did it. But anyway, so we did that, and obviously we're writing new songs and just getting ready to go play some shows. Right now, for us, a lot of bike events are open. So we just did Daytona Bike Week. We had some good shows up there. We've got Panama City Bike Week. It's the end of this month, last weekend of April. So we'll be up for that and just waiting for these festivals to free up.
That sounds amazing. We're going to check you out as well, too. And who do you consider your biggest influence in your career, Kenny?
Me personally?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Well, as far as musicians go, wow, that's a tough one. I would say, for me, I'm a bass player, so I lean bass players. I would say growing up, I used to look up, and I got to interview this guy, too, which blew my mind, Rudy Sarzo. He played with Quiet Riot and Ozzy, and then he went on and did it. I think he plays with... I forgot who he plays with.
I think it's Quiet Riot or something. Rudy Sarzo.
Yeah. But as far as musicians, I always liked Nikki Sixx because he kind of ran Motley Crue, and then of course Gene Simmons is the marketing genius. He's the P.T. Barnum of rock and roll.
Yeah.
So I like all that stuff. I come from that scene. So, but growing up, musically I used to listen to my first band probably was maybe Foreigner. I liked Whitesnake. And then, obviously Van Halen and those kind of bands, you know what I'm saying? Your Motley Crues and your Rat and that kind of stuff. That's kind of my scene. Early 80s,
Right, exactly. And that's amazing too. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Well, if you're a new kid, I would definitely make sure you have a backup plan. I tell people all the time, if I worked as hard as I work in rock and roll in any other business, I'd be retired by now. But you gotta love what you do. So, and I would say the other thing, and we got stuck in it too, is don't try to chase trends. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to sound like that, because the time you get to the point that you want to sound like that, it's already over.
Right.
So just stay true to what you like and enjoy it. And you're not owed anything. You know what I'm saying? You're not owed anything. Just because you play guitar doesn't mean you're going to get on a stadium tour. You know what I mean? Or just because you play piano doesn't mean you can write a song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just enjoy it for what it's worth, but and you have to, you have to self-promote. I mean, it's not going to come to you.
And you stayed true to your craft for 36 years, and that's amazing too. It's a great job you did. 36 years, amazing.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that boat was sailing high, and then it went from a yacht to a canoe for a while, and then then it was taking on water, then it kind of come. So you just got to hang in there.
Exactly, and that's key. Once again, we're with Kenny Wilkerson, bass player for Nova Rex, about to celebrate their 34th anniversry. Also,
36.
36. Oh, why am I getting 34 or 36? I
I'll take
blame
it.
the copywriter for this one. Also, author of Rockin Recipes for Autism on the Mike Wagner Show. Kenny, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on 2021 and beyond. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase your cookbook and check out everything else?
Yeah, so what you want to do, back again on the cookbook, just go to rockinrecipesforautism.com. That's where you can order the book. As far as the band goes, we have actually just a brand new website. We just switched guys, but you can go to Nova Rex Rocks. It's NOVAREXROCKS.com. You can see tour dates. Obviously, Facebook's still good for us. And I'll be talking to you soon, too, about getting a Mike Wagner show pillow.
That'll work too. So once again, Ken, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely awesome. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch and feel free to come by and swap recipes, and you can have some of our homemade pizza and homemade goodies from our kitchen.
Chicago deep dish. I'm ready.